and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. If you are new here, welcome. I'm Michelle and Happy New Year to everyone. Today's video is a luxury get ready with me. I shopped my stash. I'm really excited to use some of these products. Some of these I have not used in such a long time, so let's get started. I do have my skincare on and I also have sunscreen on. So for a primer, I'm going to use the TATCHA, the Liquid Silk Canvas. This I've had for quite a while. They do have this in a cream form. It's almost in a compact. I did not like it. I gave it to a friend. This one I've actually been liking. It says it's good for pores, redness, dullness, and uneven texture. Go ahead and put some primer on. I go right over my eyes. For a foundation, I'm going to use the La Mer, the Soft Fluid Longwear Foundation. This has an SPF of 20. This is a very lightweight foundation. My color is 220 Neutral. That's what it looks like. It's a little bit on the thicker side, but it goes on so nice. I normally would put this on with my hands, but I know there's a lot of people who don't like to use their hands, so I'm going to use my BK Beauty 101 foundation brush. This foundation is really good for mature skin. It is supposed to keep your skin hydrated and plump throughout the day, which softens the look of fine lines and wrinkles, and it is supposed to be good in humidity. They say that it's a buildable coverage. I haven't used this in a very long time. This looks really pretty. You can already tell that it has a bit of a radiant look to it. It's not too much radiance, it's just enough. It just has a really nice glowy finish to it. It just adds a bit to my dull skin. Okay, I think this looks nice. I do have some dry patches. That's why normally I would put this on with my hands. I feel like sometimes if you use a brush, if you have any dry flaky spots, and this can kick the flakes up and accentuate them. So that's why a lot of times I just prefer to use my fingers, and then I push the foundation into my skin and it goes on beautifully. But we are gonna keep going. For a concealer, I'm gonna use the GIORGIO Armani. This is the Power Fabric Concealer. I have color 3.5. This is a really, really nice concealer. I like this one a lot. It is one of my favorites. I'm gonna use my BK Beauty Angie Hot and Flashy 506 brush. So I will go ahead, put this on. That's really brightening. I like this. I haven't used this in a very long time, so that's why this was so fun to shop my stash. This is considered a full coverage. It's hydrating. It says that it has time-released oils for smooth blending and lasting comfort throughout the day. And it's supposed to be able to hide hyperpigmentation, dark spots, and dark circles with a long wear natural matte finish. I'm gonna see what I can do to these spots that I have. I'm gonna do a little more out here. Let's see how well this covers. Well, that did pretty well. Not bad. This is definitely covering better than I remember it. How pretty is this? That looks really nice. Oh, and what I didn't mention is for my lips, I just put on the DIOR Lip Maximizer. I just like to put something on my lips while I'm doing my makeup to keep them moist. It has a light pink color, but it's basically clear. It just has a little doe foot. It's really moisturizing on your lips, so I like to put that on first. For bronzer and blush, I'm gonna go ahead and use this palette. This is the Hourglass Ambient Lightning Edit Ghost Unlocked. This one was a limited edition. I don't think they make this anymore. They do still have a palette that has 4 of these colors that is still available, and that is going to be the Ambient Light Powder, which is the soft light. That's right here. The Ambient Lightning Bronzer in Golden Bronze, which is this one right here. It also has the blush in the Mood Flush, which is this color right here. And it also has the Strobe Powder Champagne Strobe Light Highlighter, which is this here. So I'm going to be using the bronzer, the blush, and the highlighter. And those are the exact colors that are in the palette that is still available. And because these are so small, I do like to use a smaller brush. This is my SEPHORA Pro Mini 55.5. I don't think they have the short one anymore, but it's identical. The only difference is the handle is a lot longer. So let's go ahead and put some bronzer on. I have not used this in so long. Oh, is that pretty? You can see it has a subtle glow to it. Wow. Wow. These were a nice find in my stash. We'll do a little bit on my nose. I will bring it down my chest a little bit, but this is really pretty. How nice is that? Okay, so I think that looks really pretty. I'm going to go ahead and do my brows. I'm going to do them off camera because I am not very good at it. I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury Brow Cheat, and I'm going to use a Charlotte Tilbury Legendary Brows Gel. Okay, brows are done. Now we're going to get into the eyeshadow. I'm going to use the NATASHA DENONA Mini Star Palette. I think I've only used this once, so this is going to be fun because I have no recollection of how this goes on. We are going to start with my Angie Hot and Flashy BK Beauty A502. I'm going to start with the lightest color here, which is Earth. I always like to start with the lightest color if I'm not familiar with the formula. And I'll just put a little bit here. And then I like to draw a line. I'll start here and then I come down my eyelid, avoiding the very corner. That just gives a little more lifted look to your eye. And I just start blending. It's actually going on really nicely. Do the same on this side, draw my line. And I always go above my natural crease, again, to make my eye look lifted, especially if you have hooded eyes. And the nice thing too about starting with the lighter colors, you can get a feel for the formula and how it blends. I think that looks nice. Now I'm going to go in with the darker shade here, which I believe is ADDICT. It's ATIK. You know what? I'm going to get my hair out of my face, and you can probably see better without my hair going crazy in my face. And again, I'm going very lightly. And I'm still using the Angie Hot and Flashy A502 brush. Okay, I think that looks nice. I'm going to use the buffer brush. This is the Angie 503. I'm just going to blend out the outer corner. I like a more subtle corner. I'm just not a fan of having a harsh line on the edge of my eye. Now I'm going to go in with the Angie Hot and Flashy 505 brush, and this is Orion, which is this color right here. And I'm just going to use a patting motion and put that on my eye. That is exactly what this brush is designed for. It's really pretty. This is definitely a shimmer. Actually, this palette has 3 shimmers and 2 mattes. I think that's really pretty. I'm gonna go in with the lightest color here, which is a Bellatrix. Again, I'm using the Angie 505 brush, and I'm just gonna do the inner corner. And maybe the first quarter of my eye. Brighten that up tremendously. Then I'm going to take the same color and I'm just going to dab it right in the center. Just to add a little brightness right into the center. Again, I'm going to use the blending brush, which is the 503. I'm just going to very lightly blend. That looks really pretty. I hope you can see that. A lot of shimmer. Now I like to line with eyeshadows. I just find that it's really easy. I do still have pencils. I'm going to go ahead and use the darkest color, which is the ADDICT. And I'm going to use the Hot and Flashy 504 brush. When I line with this, I'm only going to use the tip of the brush. So you just want to dip the tip right into the color. You don't want to get it all the way around the edges because then you can just make a mess of your eye. And then I'm just going to start tapping right at the lash line. And this gives your eye a little bit of a smoky look versus if you're using a liquid or a pencil. You get more of a prominent line on the lash line. And I mean, you can always go in and smudge that, but I just find this really easy. And I go right into the lashes, right on the edge. Sometimes when you're doing this, and it happens to me too, and you find that your line is too wide, you can just go in with the lighter eyeshadows again and just reapply those and then use the blending brush. So it's really easy to do this. I'm all about super easy. I'm just dabbing right on the lash line. You can see that. And for the lower lash line, I'm going to use the exact same brush. I'm just going to go ahead and use the same color underneath. There's not a whole lot to choose from in this palette, which sometimes makes it easier. But again, I'm just patting my lower lash line. You can blend it out. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and use my blush out of the Ambient Hourglass palette, and the color is Mood Flush, which is this color right there. For a brush, I'm going to use the Sephora Pro Blush 99. I like the size of this and it works really well with these palettes. I like to start lower, or you can start up here and work your way down. You don't want your blush to come way down in here because you want to keep your face lifted. So you can stay here. And this is really pretty. And I'm just tapping for now, and then if you want to blend it out, you can just take the brush and just blend it out a little bit. I think that looks really nice. Everything looks lifted. Because we're doing cheeks, I'm just going to go ahead with the highlighter. This is the Sigma Power Sweep F06 brush. This is the highlight here. Champagne Strobe Light. I don't know how this is going to be. That's pretty. I'm just going to add it right to the highest point of my cheekbone. I'm going to do a little bit on my nose. You can also do the center of your forehead if you would like. Some people like to do the Cupid's bow on your lip, even a little bit on your chin. I think this looks really pretty. Now I'm going to go ahead and do my lashes. I didn't have a really high-end mascara, but I do have the Lancome IDOLE mascara, so I'm going to go ahead and put that on. This has a nice curved brush. It's a plastic brush. This is really pretty. This has a really nice smooth formula. It's not too wet, it's not too dry. It goes on nice. Definitely gives your lashes some length. You can see that. Go ahead and do my lower lashes. I don't know about you, but what a difference mascara makes to a look. It just finishes the entire look. If you're like me, I usually get a little bit of mascara up here. It's super easy to remove. I use these little spoolies. These were in my Amazon favorites video. I love these. They are disposable, but I actually just reuse them. And you just wait till it dries and you flake it off. Doesn't remove any eyeshadow. It's nice to use underneath if you have any fallout. If you're using anything with a glitter and you find that you have it down here, you can just take this and the little bristles will just grab right onto the glitter and just remove it for you. And for lips, I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury Hyaluronic Happy Kiss. This is the color Happy Love. I do have Charlotte Tilbury liners. Unfortunately, I could not find any of them, so I'm not going to use a liner. I am going to use just an inexpensive lip brush, and I'm just going to line my lips a little bit with this. Any small tipped brush can work for this, but it's going on really nicely even without a liner. It's a really pretty color. These are very moisturizing. They're hyaluronic acid infused. This is their soft pink shade, which is Happy Love. And now I'm going to go ahead and just put this on. I think that's a really pretty color. So this is it for my luxury makeup look. I think it looks really pretty and natural. This is definitely something that you can wear every day. All of the products that I use will work amazingly well for mature skin, even down to the lipstick. I think it's radiant. It looks healthy and glowy, but not too radiant. I hope you like it. If you did and you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And I would love for you to hit the subscribe button before you go. It'll really help out my channel. And I will see you in my next video. For you to Bonnie Beauty. Wow, I can't see. I don't know what color that is. No, not hiding. And I don't have a blush brush. Awesome. I need a brush. Is this 99 or 66? Dang it.